find the treasure, they want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are Cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow.
All right, everybody. We had to bump him last week, unfortunately, but worth the wait. Here he is, the man in person, Mr. Chad Bird. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. Some of you know Chad Bird from if you've watched our shows, you guys know he's in the chat a lot. He also has his own YouTube videos, and we know he's gone boots on the ground from Yellowstone, and I think he's going to have a couple things to tell us tonight. But stick around at the end of the show. We've got a couple eBay auctions up, and there's a couple things we're selling, which is one of Forrest Fenn's gold coins from his treasure chest, which we'll explain that at the end of the show. So stick around to the end. And what's going on, Chad? Thanks for coming on.
Hey, man. Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Sincerely.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming for sure. And
well,
thanks for watching.
You know, man, I mean, I've been following you guys for, gosh, I can at least count like 8 years. That seems like, you know.
Wow.
So were you a Fenn hunter? Were you tell us your past history, your experience?
1,000%. So that's what I was looking forward to, this whole thing. So, yeah, so I found out about Forrest Fenn 2011, 2012. Actually, before it became like really popular within the thing. Mm-hmm. It actually coincides with a little bit about what I'm about to talk about. But in the end, and then I picked up on Shelly and Toby, you know.
A Gypsy's Kiss, yep.
Yeah. So I picked up on them maybe 2013, 2014, something like that. And then the content that was just kind of being created on YouTube. As far as hunting for the treasure, we were only able to hunt for twice. We took the boys out 2 times. And when I say boys, we have one son. He's 21 years old now. But he had a whole little entourage of friends. And so we'd be like, okay, boys, you know, we're going to load up. You know, it's everybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just took him with us wherever we went. And I mean, you know, I tell people all the time he's spoiled, but he's not spoiled rotten. Does that make sense? So,
yeah.
You know, so he's such a great kid. And so we're real blessed to have him. But like a lot of the whole Forrest Fenn lore really captured, like I feel like people like myself were a bit enamored with him because he was like a reflection, if you will, right? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I wasn't, you know, a Vietnam vet. I wasn't like dodging
pilot, yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to do anything crazy like he did. I mean, but his spirit, if you will, the way that he thought about the world, the way that he went about things, the way that he just like his mannerisms, and, you know, there was just something about a person who's willing to go take something that they found and put it out there for other people.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The experience.
Did you ever get to meet him?
I did not. And that was the unfortunate part. So what really was happening in that phase of my life was my career was really growing. I designed dairies all over the world. So I actually just designed the largest dairy in Australian history. So
You designed what is it?
The largest dairy in Australian history. There in Western Australia. So in the Blackwoods. But so that part of my life, you know, I'm real busy with my job.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, you know, yes, I have this segments that we can go do things. And, you know, like I said, we took the boys a couple of times. And Elizabeth, which is my wife, we would sit there and look at the little blogs and like, oh, you know, and then, you know, Google Earth was sort of a new thing back then. And so we were like zooming through and flying through. And
she was into it too, your wife.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Good. That's rare.
Well, and the truth to be told, my wife is far more of an outdoors person than I will ever be. I mean, you give me some candy bars and some cookies and a television, bro. I like it, okay? You know what I'm saying? But I am saying that, like, So yeah, so we're all into it. We're trying to read through the blogs, and we were really kind of into it like 2016, 2017. We had just moved into a new house, and we were just like bored, if you will, because some of the things were going on in the house. But long story short, ultimately, yes, we were fin hunters, but not like you guys. We weren't really involved in the community super, 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 super deep, right?
Right.
Well, about that time, 2017 through like 2019, things are kind of, slowing down, and all of a sudden we get into Elizabeth's career starts then taking us all over the place. So she does anesthesia for a living, and so then we moved to New Mexico, and then we moved back to Texas, and then we moved to New England, and then we're back in New Mexico now. Where she's one of the anyways. But the deal is that because of her career, we're moving around a lot at this point in our life. Right? We didn't really have the time to go search for Forrest Fenn's treasure. And then obviously in 2020, it supposedly was found.
Right.
So I could go on. You only have an hour. I can go on for 7 hours about what I think went wrong. Well, not what I think went wrong, but just like the grievances I personally have. Not even being like really deeply involved like you guys were. I couldn't wanted to be like Cynthia or Dell or
Justin,
or even Justin. Yeah, for sure.
Right. We did get a super chat. I just wanted to say, Mac McCarrick, thank you very much. He says, howdy to all. Hope everyone is well and motivated. And I think we are, that now that Justin has passed the torch, so to speak, and kept it going. So go ahead, Chet. Thanks.
Wow. Man. I love super chats. Super chats are so good for you.
We can tell.
Thank you for super chats.
Listen, absolutely. I mean, there was just, and that it's kind of going into where I'm heading with this. So then when the hunt was over, like it took me, like I remember popping on y'all's channel like that June or maybe that September or something like that. I was so freaking pissed, right? I'm just like, I just don't believe this story. I don't believe what's going on with this thing, yada, yada, yada. And so I was bitter, like, and again, we only searched like 2 times, but I was still pretty bitter about it for like, I would say like a year. Like I was up in arms about it. I was like, man, something ain't right with this, yada, yada, yada. And then I remember coming to Elizabeth and I'm like, hey, this is what I'm kind of thinking. What do you think? And so I kicked around the tires a little bit with like, okay, well, when I looked at Forrest went and he found things throughout the world. He found things in the world and he put them together in a sense, a memorial to himself, right? You know what I mean? So he wanted people to, kind of know who he was and kind of know his life story and so forth and so on. So over the last 4 years, right around 4 years, I've been working on a book, but not like the book that like Justin has or like the book that like, not this kind of book. Okay. Not that kind of book. Right. But an actual, I'm really looking forward to coming out, but it's about, how we work to get past ourselves, it's not really, I don't want to call it a self-help book because it's my first 45 years. Right. And, it'll be published. It won't be self-published. And we're going through all the little final little hoops. So we'll be looking to like 2027, maybe early 2028 when it'll actually be on their schedule.
Okay.
And I'll let more people know about it. But during that process, when I was going through this, I actually I thought to myself, you have a lot of time to be introspective and you think about like what you want to do and like, okay, here you are halfway through life. What is it exactly that you're aiming to do, right? What kind of print can you leave behind, right? Obviously, if you know where the dairies are that I designed, you can go on Google Earth and it literally has its own print. The earth is forever changed. You know what I'm saying? Because of this, this dairy that's there, right?
Okay.
But I'm more of a spiritual guy, and I'm also more of like, I I really got into how Forrest gave us something, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys got to know him. He was, and it's a little weird not being like an eccentric old man doing this, meaning like when you're older, it's like people take you a little more like, oh wow, you know, this is old guy. It's all this neat history and stuff like that. Well, in that process of being introspective, I thought, you know, I'm gonna do something like that.
You said you had something big to share.
Your book going to have a treasure hunt? Is that where we're going here?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right, no.
The book doesn't have a treasure hunt,
Okay.
but there is a treasure hunt.
Oh, but there is a treasure hunt. All right. Breaking news, everybody. So you and your wife are going to hold your own treasure hunt. Is that correct?
Elizabeth does not know. Elizabeth knows
Well, okay. Keep her out of it. Yeah.
that I wanted to do this. Again, you know, it's kind of kicking the tires. So 15 years ago, I started a path with cryptocurrency.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And like a lot of people back then, you know, if you know people from my town, from Paris, Texas, like I mean, you can go talk to 100 different people and they'll tell you 100 different stories about me. But, you know, a couple of things that Elizabeth and I do to try to give back, like every year we buy lemonades for everybody in the county.
Okay.
Like we show up to a lemonade stand that's there. We buy lemonades for anybody that shows up every third July. Every third Wednesday of July, we buy lemonades for people in the county, right?
Okay.
There's 50,000 people in the county. Who shows up? I mean, it's whatever. You just know. It's like we've been doing it for years. But it's a way for me to give back to that little pony dog stand.
Right.
Because I grew up super poor. And they gave me a job while I was going through college. So this was like a way I can get back to them.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Plus the county, right? But yeah, so if anybody knows me there, one synonymous point, the one common denominator, if you will be that they know that I'm all about crypto. So I went from being like, you're crazy. What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you doing this? Like I was mining Bitcoin when there was no such thing as an ASIC miner. We didn't know about GPUs.
Really? So you got into
servers.
Wow.
Sitting with each other. You know, I remember my first server setup was like a 6100 Optron 4-socket server system. And I was like, okay, yes.
And if you held on to it all, good for you. If you held on to the big,
I didn't hold on to it. I didn't just hold on to all of it.
Okay.
It was a big long story, but some of it got robbed. Like in the early days, it was the wild. Like a lot of people don't know this because they weren't involved, right? You know, they find out about it in 2017, 2018. And, you know, and then they're like, oh, da, da, da. But so this year will be the 15th year that I've been involved with this. So actually, what is out there has been out there since 2022.
So you hid something. Is that what
it's already started?
Yeah.
So I put it out there in 2022 because I wanted, like in my mind, this is what was going through my mind. If the public can't, if I have it in the right spot, it definitely is not where the public can get to it.
Right. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
You mean somebody randomly finding it?
Correct.
Okay.
So without the clues or without whatever. Okay.
Right.
I'm saying. And then I was saying, okay, so that's fine. So then my plan was I had no clue that Johns Collins Black was a thing or that Justin was a thing. I mean, I know you guys talked about how there was going to be a Netflix documentary. I thought, wow, it's going to be cool. Maybe we really get the whole scoop on what happened with Forrest Fenn, yada, yada, yada. I had no clue that they were even doing hunts, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, right.
So my whole plan was that this year on my birthday, which is September the 15th, 2025, I was going to release a treasure hunt on a URL, on a domain.
Okay, 1 week from today, by the way. Okay.
Correct. But then last year, you know, we found out about these 200 John's last year and earlier this year, you know, Justin's.
Right.
Man,
they beat you to the punch. Yeah.
And it's fine. I mean, because like I don't want to go too, like, I'm not, I am grateful for, like, those guys in a sense, but my plan has always been never to monetize this thing. Like, this is, in a lot of ways, I feel like Forrest Fenn, when he did his hunt, I don't think that he thought it was going to explode to where it did.
Right.
I really believe
it took a couple of years for that to happen. I think 2 years.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. Really. But I also don't think that he thought that it was going to be some nationwide thing where, people would end up dying and become, getting on Good Morning News and all that. Like, I think, and this is where my heart is, like, it was supposed to be for a niche group of people who knew about the bookstore in Santa, who knew, how to buy his, public, his self-published books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it kind of snowballed into something that maybe got a little off the rails for him. Okay. And, we'll go over all the rules later as far as,
this is the thing. It's like happening.
All right. So we got some super chats. Because I don't want to miss them.
Go ahead.
Yeah, with $20, Mike Bibler. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you, Mike. Thank you. Dusty Travels says Cowlazars never stop searching with the 20. Thank you, Dusty Travels. Mark in San Diego with the 20. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, all you guys. It really means a lot. And our friend 3D Bronze. And at the end of the show, I have the eBay auction 3D Bronze. I will show it. But 3D Bronze says, over 4 years, I shaped my dream project into the bronze chest that I have today. Hope it can go to a new home soon. eBay auction ends September 11th. Maybe Chad Bird would like to hide his treasure in it. So there is a full-size replica of Forrest Fenn's treasure chest that 3D Bronze has put on eBay, and we will show it at the end of the show. It really is something special. So thanks, 3D Bronze. For anybody that's interested in that. Oh, a treasure hunt with us. Thank you, guys. Emma and Jam, a little something for Chad Bird. Thank you for being so generous. Yeah, thanks, Chad. And now Chad's doing his own treasure hunt. So talk about generous. So, all right.
What is it? What's the search area? How much is it for? Where do we find it? There's a million questions in chat. So I'm glad you're not looking because it'll distract you. But you do you. This is awesome.
People want to know where they can get that hat. I should have that hat as well. So all right, go Chad. Take it away.
So what I did was I took 1/3 of all the crypto I had.
Okay.
And I stuck in them wallets. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one of those type of wallets that holds most of the crypto is called a treasure. Okay. It's like this. It looks like this.
I did not know that. Okay.
This is called a treasure. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Yes. Yep.
See? So the original
Trezor, got it. Treasure, right. Got it. Yes.
And then there's not just that in there. There's
what's the container?
Other things.
That was the container, everybody. It's Bitcoin. All right.
Well, I can tell you the container right now.
Okay.
It's a rock.
Fake rock that you open up.
Not fake.
Oh, real rock. Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay.
So anyway, this is correct. Treasure.
Okay.
So the original website was going to be treasure.com. Treasure, play on word. Well, then when Justin came out with his whole hunt, I was thinking, okay, well, cool. Maybe I can make in a way if I can find it before my birthday, before I release this thing.
Yeah.
Then I can, by proxy, when somebody does officially find it, legally give them a portion of what I find, if not,
gotcha.
Does that make sense?
No wonder you were in Yellowstone so hard trying to find it.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Absolutely. So, I'm sitting in here, I'm thinking, okay, well, and I still think this solve is good. We can go over that in a second, but I was really earnestly trying. I mean, I spent like a total of, I don't know, 7 weeks in Yellowstone since the end of March to now. So, and then I was also, and then you got to remember, I was also doing the projects in Australia. So it's like, pretty busy, right? So as an ode to Justin, I'm actually going to launch the site instead of treasure.com. It's going to be treasure.quest. So it's sort of
TREZOR.quest.
Quest, correct.
No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
Yeah,
clever. Okay.
as an ode to him, like
That's Justin will sue you, but other than that, it's great.
oh,
Stop it.
I
I'm
mean,
just kidding.
look, thankfully, those are not like trademarkable words. And I don't want
Right,
them to be
right.
trademarked, right? You know what
Now,
I'm
is the
saying?
website live right now?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
okay.
It's going to go live on my birthday, September the 15th, right?
Wow.
So 1 week from today, everybody, Chad Bird's Treasure Hunt goes live. That's awesome. We got one more super chat. Mac McCarrick with another 20 says, you are all starting a new industry. Rock on with your games for us. And, it really is the Treasure Hunt amusement park. And it's really people like Chad that are doing these treasure hunts. So thank you, Chad.
Absolutely.
Okay. Give us more details. I know everybody's wondering here.
Is it in Australia or is it in the U.S.? That's the first question.
1,000% in the U.S.
All
Okay.
right.
And I want to overemphasize what I'm about to say.
Okay.
It is less than 400 feet from where you can get out of a smart car.
Oh, so not even a 4-wheel drive or anything like that.
Nothing.
Okay. So it's okay. Got it.
So one thing that I think that Forrest got, because it snowballed into so much that he didn't think it was ever going to, one way he kind of got into trouble a little bit is he, in the place that he hit it was so precarious. Like it's inviting danger. You know what I'm saying?
You're crossing water and yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
yes.
It is dangerous in Yellowstone. I mean,
by a charging station. Okay.
Maybe. But the point is like, where it is, it will be very hard to find.
Okay.
It's going, and I'll make no qualms about that. It's going to be very, very hard to find.
All right. Is this treasure hunt free or do you have to buy something?
No, 100% free. And that's what I was saying. I wasn't big into this. Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I bought 2 of these daggone things.
Yeah.
And I personally do not believe Forrest tried to monetize his hunt.
Yeah, he did not. Yeah. He let the Collected Works bookstore keep it all. Forrest didn't. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I am not, that's just my spirit. I'm trying to go back to that spirit. Does that make sense?
So is everything on the website then? Everything will be on the website?
Okay. So this may be the only time that I come on, right?
Well, maybe you should come on next Monday if you're going to launch it. Maybe we should ask you to come back. I don't know, K-Pro, but we'll see.
I'll be on here all night. My mind is blown. Go, Chad, go. Let him answer.
So the primary things is it's been 15 years since I got into this whole crypto business.
Okay.
My birthday's obviously on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
well, the obvious question.
All together, there will be a riddle.
Okay.
A riddle. Could you use the riddle to solve it? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And the riddle will always be up on the website. Always. The website is going to be very static because I'm old school. It's an old school static page. Okay.
Okay.
As like an ode to, my growing up, learning, Windows, DOS. And, one of my first jobs was working in American Airlines and working in their DOS program, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay. So what I'm getting after is that it's going to be a static page so this first year, all that is going to be up is the poem or the riddle. Okay.
So it's a poem, a riddle that rhymes, a poem. Okay. Got it.
It's a riddle that rhymes.
Okay.
A poem, however you want to put it. Then in 5 years, I'm going to release the first key.
5 years from next Monday.
I'm releasing the first key.
Okay.
And then I promise you can solve it from the poem.
Okay.
5 years, I release the first key.
Now, when you say key, is that like a clue or what does the key mean? Oh, the key to the crypto.
No.
Oh, okay.
So the actual location is encrypted. Okay. There's a long total that you need these 5 keys for, right? So okay.
Okay.
So in 5 years, I'm going to release the first key. 4 years after that, the next key. 3 years after that, the next key. 2 years after that, the next key. And then 1 year after that, the fifth key. And once you have all 5 keys, no matter who you are, you'll be able to decrypt it probably pretty quickly because that's going to put us in 15 years, right?
Right.
Now, do I believe that somebody will solve it before that time? Very possible. Okay. Very possible. Could you brute force with 1 or 2 keys? Possible. Could you brute force with 4 keys? Pretty likely, right?
Okay.
But again, that'll be 15 years.
Wow.
From my birthday this year.
This will be a whole new generation of treasure hunters for this thing. Okay.
Possibly. And there are 15,000 coins represented within the wallets.
Not all Bitcoin, different crypto, right?
From Ethereum to Stellar Lumen to Cardano to Chainlink.
That's pretty awesome. That you have the variety is pretty cool.
Absolutely. And so my whole point is that when somebody finds it, at the point that they find it, I do want some time to elapse.
Mm-hmm.
If they find it tomorrow, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, right? If they found it on September the 15th or the 16th of this year,
yeah,
have at it, man.
What you're saying is possible. It's hard, but it's possible.
It's correct. It is going to be very hard to find it.
Okay.
And I think that's important because like I just don't think that Forrest thought somebody was going to take a metal detector to Yellowstone to go find us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I am putting a time on it, whereas Forrest was like, oh yeah, it'll be 1,000 years. Nobody's ever going to find it. No. On that day, 15 years from now, like that last key will be released and it'll almost be a foot race if it still hasn't been found. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in other words, yours will be findable at a long ways down the road. You have set it up so people will find it. In other words, it'll become apparent with these keys.
Look at Craig's comment because this is
can you give an approximate value of what the crypto is today? But I mean, 5 years from now, that crypto could really go up. Well,
what you got to realize that when in 2022, whenever I put it out there, I mean, I'm the guy who literally in 2016 was telling people, hey, buy XRP.
Is that, XRP, they say is going to explode. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
right.
The point
it's still gone up pretty good.
I literally bought it at 0.00001 cent.
Can you say how many coins of XRP or Bitcoin are in there?
I'm not saying the actual.
Okay.
Because I learned through the Forrest thing and the Justin thing and just talking to a lawyer.
Right.
It cannot actually put a value on it.
The value, I see.
I can tell you.
Give a range? Are we talking in the 10,000s, 100,000s?
Say it again.
Just range wise.
Say it again, Chad.
There are 15,000 coins represented from Ethereum.
Gotcha.
All the way down to Excellence's Stellar Lumen.
15,000 crypto coins, and that's a lot. Okay, I'm intrigued. This is interesting. All right.
It was basically a third of what I had in 2022.
Okay. Wow, that's great. I first you said a key in 5 years, and I went, what? But now that with the way you put it is that over time it'll be findable if nobody can find it. I'm kind of warming up to that idea. I kind of like it.
Well, and I mean, again, the reason why I'm putting a horizon on it is because I really believe by 2040, quantum computing will be such a thing.
Yeah, right.
What's funny is like even if you did the math there, Stern Worm, you'd be okay. You'd be worth hunting for, even if
it's a free treasure hunt, everybody. So whatever's there is going to be awesome. Yeah.
And the reality of that is, Mike, is that it isn't that. But what is great is that there are actual physical pieces of myself that the person, when they find it, will also do it. And that's also sort of a node to like Forrest willing to give away some things that he really values. So I have in there like this is by proxy. Okay. So they have instructions. Right. If they want the crypto and run, that's fine.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Or they can contact you and.
Well, there'll be instructions. Correct. There'll be instructions to get the physical things. which I have like my Derek Jeter baseball card included in that list.
Oh, nice.
You know, just some pieces of me that are valuable that I want someone else to have. Again, much like in the spirit of Forrest Fenn.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And
it sounds like you had this idea before Treasure Inside and Beyond the Map's Edge came out.
Oh, 1,000.
Idea since 2022. Yeah.
Well, I had it before that. Like I was
right.
saying, you know, I was really pissed off for 2020 to 2021. I'm telling you, I was extremely upset. Okay. I don't know if this lags, man.
So can we rule out Yellowstone? People are already saying it's at 9 Mile.
Well, first, is there a general location, or is it just U.S.? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and tell y'all on here because I mean, again, the site will be live in
a week.
Okay.
It's in one of 4 states.
Oh, nice. So just like, was it the Forrest Fenn search states?
No.
Oh, okay. But you narrowed it down to 4 states. Gotcha.
It's going to be either in Arkansas,
okay,
Texas, Oklahoma, or New Mexico.
Okay. Well, Texas is huge, but yeah. Okay.
Well,
okay. All right.
It is huge.
But
And I mean, but at the same time, like I want to be very, very clear. You don't have to scale any mountains.
Right.
There's no crossing water. Like where it's at is like, I mean, rough counting steps is about 400 feet.
From where you park.
From where you can park.
Okay, got it. So this is not a hiking, strenuous, you know, I got it, which is helpful.
Correct. Now,
all right. People that are in those 4 states, I think, are really going to be interested. I'm interested, but New Mexico and Texas is not that far from us. And Arizona, Arkansas, you said, yeah. Okay.
And the reality of it is like I didn't want it to be in. Oh, and one more last little tidbit. It is between the 30th and the 35th parallel.
Uh-oh. Now, let me guess. Are all 4 of those states between the 30th and the 35th parallel or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Part of the state. Part of the state.
Part of the state. Got it. Well, I like that you're narrowing it down. That's great. Okay.
So, but it seems narrow, but I promise you it's going to be extremely hard to find this thing, which I hope that it gets found like, you know, maybe 5, 6, 10 years from now, just so that it can be worth even more than it is today.
Right.
There's a bunch of questions from the chat. Are you willing to answer?
Yeah, 1,000%. If I can't answer it, I'll tell you.
Well, first off, before you start, K-Pro, I just want to say thank you, Chad Bird, for coming on our program and breaking the news. It's pretty awesome. Yet another awesome, huge, I'm going to say $1 million ride, even if you won't. Another big ride in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. And who knows what it'll be worth 5 years from now or 10 years, whenever it's found. But go ahead, K-Pro.
Yeah. So the first one is it more cipher based or is it more imagination based? Like, do you need to have a lot of technical knowledge?
No.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now this is for the really stupid person that doesn't understand smart cars. So is it where you can park a smart car and like charge it up, or is it just meaning?
Well, I used the term smart car because I didn't want somebody to be like them Winnow boys that we just talked about, who got stuck for 6 days up in the wilderness in Montana.
Right.
And almost died and almost ruined the whole, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So no 4-wheel drive, a regular car can get there. Okay. Are you going to be giving hints and clues and interviews and kind of keeping things on the rails, if you will? Or are you going to be a little more hands off, kind of like JCB versus Justin? Which way do you see yourself? I don't foresee myself necessarily being like full on Justin mode.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Just because, I mean, it's just not. I mean, I love people and I love talking and I love, you know, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that like, I'll get drunk and tell everything.
Yeah. Well, you know, there is Seeking Treasure Con 2026 in January, Chad Bird. I think you should come out.
Yeah.
Chad Bird does have a YouTube channel, everybody. There's the link, and you never know. He may make a video explaining things in the future, you know, clarifying things.
Probably a base video up. You know, I've been in the Christian music world for like almost 30 years.
Oh, Christian music. Okay.
Yeah, that's a long story. But long story short, I already had all of these like these Facebook pages that I owned throughout all these markets, right? And
Okay.
so I sort of have a little cheat when it comes to, growing a quote unquote YouTube channel. And a part of that has been a linear movement with the publisher to be like, hey, you got to have a little more exposure. Because like when we really first started, I had like, 6 or 7 people, within my thing. And they were like, oh, well, you can make YouTube for the book and, we could grow it that way.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll just grow my, and like I have no problem. Like the internet will find you anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the sleuths are going to be there. Like, listen, I'm not a perfect person, first and foremost. I don't claim to be a perfect person. No, and I think this is very important that everybody understands. There's not some secret code to call an 800 number, and then all of a sudden you hear a little beep, 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 and then all of a sudden, it's some secret message. No,
Okay.
The message is the message. And, but anyways, what I was saying is like with my page, I'm trying to grow it just a little bit in that sense because of, the coming publishing. But that is actually a sidebar to the reason why I'm actually doing the hunt and what I've been wanting to do. Again, it was very introspective and looking at Forrest sort of as a role model. Even though I never really got a meeting, but I listened to him for hours and hours and hours and hours.
He had stories, didn't he? Yeah, you could
No,
listen.
he did. It was so awesome. I listen to him more than my preacher sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, so like I loved his spirit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to shift it back toward that. I mean, not to say that like, JCB or the pseudo name JCB is a quote unquote bad guy or that, Justin's done anything wrong. I'm not saying that like that. It's just
they're doing their thing. You're doing yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw a more pure spirit in the sense of like, non-monetized.
Yeah.
Here it is. You can go find it. But at the same time, I didn't want to be like the 1,000-year thing like Forrest was saying. And again, I think it would have been out there 1,000 years. Like, if I really believe the guy used a metal detector, and to me, that's cheating because you're not supposed to have a metal detector in Yellowstone.
Right. That's true.
Okay, so speaking of that, one of your, I think, pretty strong positions. Well, let me just ask: do you have to pay to get into where the location is of your treasure?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Don't have to pay. Okay. So a lot of people are saying we need a name for your treasure hunt. Do you have a name for it?
Well, it's going to be treasure.quest.
There you go. Treasure.quest.
Yeah, exactly.
And there will be a channel on the Discord after this program, even though we're all waiting till Monday of next week. It'll be interesting. So it sounds to me like you did a poem like Forrest did, kind of a
very similar. I think we were all like, I know JCB did his or had somebody do it for him, better said, in this book. But I mean, I wanted it to be simple but complicated. And the real part of all this is like, okay, well, when that first key is released, will you be able to, at that point, some of this is like, what's the point of hiding digital if there's not some sort of digital underlying tone to it, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, I want someone to get to the third key if it's still out there. And maybe where we're at computational wise, okay, in the world at that point, someone can brute force it and figure it out. But that's going to take them, it's going to take energy, it's going to take effort. In the same way mining Bitcoin did, in the same way mining ETH did. You know what I mean? Again, you can solve it with the point, but I have a feeling you're going to at least need 1 or 2 keys.
So when you say a key, is it a key to like a cipher? Like what kind of key are we talking about?
It's the 5 keys make up one total encryption. And within the encryption is where it is. It's hidden.
All right. You're probably gonna have to explain to people what you mean, like encryption, not on the website. Like if you could explain it, you have a while. The website, Cool Ma, if you could put the website treasure.quest, the way it's spelled, please. And thank you, Cool Ma, for being a moderator and for helping us out with the links. Yeah, that's awesome, Chad.
Yeah.
That's great. And congratulations. You know, a lot of people talk about doing a hunt and I want to do this, but certain people actually follow through and do it. And you're one of them now. So congrats.
Nice.
Well, like I was saying,
There it is.
Treasure.quest. Let's make sure.
Treasure.quest.
No .com, cool, just treasure.quest. TREZOR. And Monday's show, we're going to show it, everybody. On Monday's show, we'll show it.
Cool.
Okay.
It was going to be treasure because that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then Justin came along, and I was like, I've obviously really gotten into this hunt. I think it's a cool hunt. I mean, I've read his book multiple times. I mean, I get why he wrote what he wrote. But that's it exactly. Yep. So it's sort of an ode to him. Because he was so involved with Forrest Hunt. Now I will say he won't even email me back, so it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I've sent him a picture of a tree, and I'm like, hey man, can you just confirm it wasn't underneath this tree? I just got like crickets, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it really was underneath the tree, but and that really leads me into now that we kind of got through that, and I really appreciate you guys having me on, and we
appreciate you for sure. Everybody should go subscribe to Chad Bird's YouTube channel. Yes. There it is, right there in the chat, because you never know what you might put out in the future.
And at the same time, like, I wanted it again to be very organic within people. Again, just like Forrest, wanted people. I'm not worried about like, okay. I mean, could you go buy a news article all day long? I mean, I can go buy a news article today.
Right.
It costs $1,400. I can have it across every single news platform there is and pop up on every single treasure hunting person who's ever searched treasure, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not organic. What's organic is, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And now, you have then you have like, I do miss Toby. And I miss them a little bit. Yeah. Like, I really enjoyed their content that they were putting out back in the day. They were low key, was a really good production, to be honest with you. And that I would like super chat them or like give them, or not even. I would just be in the chat with them. Right. This is
right.
A long time ago.
Right.
And so my logo was my kid. So they actually thought it was my son. They thought it was like a little kid doing it. Yeah, I was like, no, this is like his dad. But anyways, but then you guys kind of, like I tell people all the time, you guys carried the water when there really wasn't nothing to carry.
We've kept it going for a long time. That's true.
Yep. And now this is so great. And it was really difficult. Our friend Michael O'Connell, he actually launched his hunt like in the same week, and he didn't know about TTI. And it was hard for him. And now there's so many different amusement park rides. And it was tough for those 3, 4, 5 years. Because what you're saying about your frustration, I did on air. Mike wasn't as emotional, but I was very emotional when the ups and downs and the things we figured out. And it was tough. Yeah. And so I will say we are getting ready to announce our agenda for the con. You have a spot if you want to speak at the con. You will be open invitation. And
January 31, 2026 here in Vegas. It'd be great to meet you. It'd be great to come out. And so if you can make it, if you're interested, or you could even like send us something to present to everybody. You know what I mean?
No, you have to come, and we need to have
some
drinks, Chad. We need to have some drinks.
Listen, I drink way too much sometimes. Okay, I already admit it. Like I told you, I'm not a perfect person. For me personally, just growing up so poor, I'm really looking forward to. It's a lot like what Forrest said when he was talking about how he wished, a good old boy in his truck,
redneck with 12 kids. Yep.
Yeah, I really felt that because at that point in my life, it was really, this is 10 years ago. I mean, a lot of things change in 10 years, in your life, but, I really, I just, I have a big heart for that. And, I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, from like 2020 to 2021, I didn't even get on YouTube to look up treasure.
Right.
I'm telling you, I was really sad, actually. I don't even know how to explain it. Like mad, angry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I just don't believe it. I don't know why I'm saying I don't believe it, but I don't believe it. I don't believe
Right.
in the documentary. I mean, I
But
believe Justin.
all of us, well, most everyone agrees. We don't have the whole story. There's something that still doesn't sit right to this day. So
Right.
when you say you don't know why you're saying it, because we all know it, there's something a little bit that still hasn't come out to this day. And maybe it will one day, but most of us have just said, probably not. And so there is a time I psychologically got to your point of, okay, I need to move on because Forrest would have wanted it. He wanted one of all of us to go into the positive. So it's awesome that that you got there. But we all know what you mean. And you're in good company if you like to drink at the con. You're in good company with at least 100 searchers that everybody in here is like, I'm coming to the con. I'll have a drink with them. I'll have a drink.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Anyway.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, before I lost my train of thought on this, I was going to say that, looking back on Forrest Fenn, I personally, so there was a musical artist, Guy Clark, that I never got to meet, and I kind of put him in the exact same bucket with Forrest. It's because there's two people that I could possibly met that I never did. You know what I mean? And I never was able to come to Fenbury because of my career. I wasn't able to really whatever. So to me, this is just like how I want to give back, and these are parts of myself that I earned, that I found, if you will. Right. And now they're out there for somebody else to find.
That's great. And that's paying it forward, which I think Forrest would be smiling from up there on you right now that you're paying it forward, just like the thrill of the chase. So,
and you know what's funny is, we have a couple hundred people in chat right now, and they have known you because we know your name and your giving and all of that. There's not one questioning this because they see you. They see now not only the name and reputation you have, you can see the sincerity and you can see the vision. And I just wish you the best of luck. We need to embrace this, love this. Sounds exciting. I need to get a smart car. I have to have some keys for it. And I'm going. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. And I'm
Well, you're going to one of 4 states if you're hunting mine. So
that's great that you narrowed it down. I mean, it's going to be hard, but that helps.
It's going to be hard, I promise. But at the same time, I also wanted to put a window on it, right? Like I'm going to be roughly 60 years old when it horizons, right? You know what I mean? So this way, I'm not an 85-year-old Forrest Fenn.
Right.
Dealing with some dickhead showing up at my house, thinking that they're going to get some magical clues or something like that. You know what I mean? By the way, I have very big dogs and they don't mind biting. Okay.
There you go, guys. There you go.
Don't show up at Chad's house, people.
Let's not do that. I mean, I'm not a jerk. If I see anybody within a treasure-related environment, fire away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've had my emails since 2003. I have 219,000 emails in it still, right? And it's super easy. Because it's on my YouTube. It's chadbird@gmail.com, right? So you shouldn't have said that.
You're going to get a million emails. You shouldn't have said that, but that's okay.
But it's there on the YouTube channel anyway.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's fine. And I'll probably answer a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. So Mike and I have done a bunch of little tiny mini hunts, a couple thousand, 5,000, etc. Yeah. We learned so much because the hardest thing I think about being an originator is, can it be solved in an hour or solved in 10,000 years? Because all these different minds come together. When you say you think it's going to be hard, can you give us any insight from an originator standpoint? How is it how did you prepare for this? Because it's super hard.
I agree. I 100% agree. And again, it's a bit of a in line with Forrest, because the poem itself, or the riddle that's in kind of poem form, it's vague.
Okay.
It's vague. And I do think that I think it's vague enough,
right,
that it's going to require you to collect these keys.
okay,
It's going to require but at the same time, when will the computational power catch up, and someone can brute force the first key, even if you
right,
will, in 5 years, and boom, it's done. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is like a hybrid of like Forrest and then I'm bringing in. I don't know if anybody's ever actually gone out and hidden physically, USB drives and treasures with native wallets on it and hard wallets for cryptocurrency. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but at the same time, I wanted to make it like, okay, well, one, I wanted to have an end date, and I wanted to not be like I'm 90 years old and still dicking around with people, because I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, I'd much rather be in Costa Rica when I'm 90, chilling out watching the macaws fly around. You know what I'm saying? But
the rest of that crypto, I hear you. So you took a real rock and you hollowed it out somehow or something, but it's a real rock out there, correct?
It's a real rock, and the rock itself is worth something.
And the rock itself is worth something, like a meteor or something. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll have a ton of questions, but let's wait until the website launches on Monday, because maybe you've answered a lot of the questions. But we definitely want you to come back on sometime once the website launches, maybe answer your questions. And
wait, this is the biggest one though, just because you were a Fenn hunter, and I will be shocked if you don't answer a certain way. After it's found, are you going to tell us the solve?
Well, the solve, okay. So that's super easy. So the solve, this is one key part I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh.
I got rambling. The key will only be up for 15 days.
Oh.
Every time. So my birthday hits 15th.
Right.
It goes off September 30th.
But people could copy the key and still work on it. Oh, okay, gotcha. But it'll only be on the website for 15 days. Okay.
And then if you want to share it, like amongst yourselves, or if it gets shared within the community, that's okay. But at the same time, it's not going to be on there. So when it releases, the poem or the riddle will always be there.
Gotcha.
But the keys, when they pop up, will only be there for 15 days.
Okay.
So 15. I mean, all of us have our little what I'm saying?
There's a big thing about numerology and meanings and all of that.
I'm born September 15th, so I like
the hearse are in for the rock, is according to Doug. Will you show
a picture? Blow anything up, but I promise you, do not have to blow anything up.
That's right.
There's no destruction required.
Will you show a picture of the rock? That might be helpful for people to know what they're looking for. At some point.
Do you know the funniest part about it is I don't even have a picture of the rock.
Oh, really? You didn't take a picture, huh?
I took a picture of the bottom of it,
which is probably where the info is that people need. Yeah,
but
okay, not at the top, not what it looks like.
I didn't take a whole
Can you give an approximate size? We talking little? We talking?
No. It's like about this.
Okay, all right, maybe 12. Okay. All right. Well, this will be interesting, everybody. I mean, you're out there looking for Beyond the Map's Edge and treasure inside anyway. Why not also add, you're out there anyway. Look for
those are all over here. I mean, listen, man, I've read this thing like a gazillion times already. Yeah. I'm not really certain about this.
But Beyond the Map's Edge, you really do believe it's in Yellowstone, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. So that's a really good segue. Okay, so here's the thing. I understand why people would think that it's around the Big Hole River, like up there, in that little, there's like a little circular, highway that's up there.
Yeah.
Here's Wisdom, here's Polaris. I'm just
scenic byway. Yeah.
And then, there's the Big Hole River, and then Twin Bridges, it turns into
Wise River. Yeah. Spent about a month there.
So I've looked at that, and like here's my problem with it, Mike, is that, I'm a very solution, practical kind of guy, obviously. And right when it came out, like right when the the Golden Greek came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the 3rd episode a few times. I think everybody did this. I went back and I wrote down every single clock time, right? How many times is the clock there? How many times? Which way are the handles pointing? Yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I think the clock is a bearing. Like, it's like, okay, because you can use that with your compass or whatever.
Okay.
And the handle on the cup is the direction that you're supposed to be going.
Oh, interesting.
Because the handle changes, right? So sometimes the handle is this way.
And sometimes there's 2 of them, right?
Exactly. But I think that those 2 indicate a pivot point.
Okay. Maybe return her face or something. Okay. All right. Something.
But the thing of it is that I get all those clues and I understand all that. But then when I pull up USGS and I'm looking at, 9 Mile Hole, I realize, okay, well, 9 Mile Hole is right here, right? And then I'm just like trekking along. Because at first I actually thought that he just reverse engineered Forrest Fenn.
Okay.
That was my immediate thought. I was like, he just reverse engineered it. He started at the end point and then put it, his end point was the start point, right? Does that make sense? That's what I thought at first, right? And so now I'm already in this valley, and then I'm like looking around. At first I'm looking at Google Earth, and then I pull up USGS, and I see this 3-footed formation that is literally around the bend past the hole.
The talus, right?
Is the talus slope.
Okay.
And that talus slope, as I did research on it, fell from Mount Haynes. So like Adam and Eve, I know Justin says he's not spiritual, and I get that because, whatever. I have no problem telling people I'm a Christian, and I'm not the best Christian by no means, okay? Right. But that is my faith. But at the same time, like, his and her and, bride and groom. And literally when you're standing there and you're looking at them, they look like they're sitting on top of a wedding cake almost. When you're at that Mount Haynes outlook, Mount Haynes is right here, and here's the
bride. I see. Okay.
They're right beside each other, almost like on top of a wedding cake. So, I mean, this is what's going through your mind, obviously, because you've spent weeks or listen. The first trip I went to Yellowstone,
right,
I bicycled in,
and there was still snow on the ground, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were crazy when you said it
March
to me.
the 29th, I biked in. And then I didn't know you could use an e-bike. So I was actually on an actual bike, and behind me I had one of those daggum little haulers that they have, little wagons that you can hook to the bike.
Yeah, right.
The thing had a flat tire. I mean, it was horrible. And then coming back into West Yellowstone, coming back when I got out there and I realized, holy crap, there's a ton of snow out here. So I go all the way 9.2 miles in. I go a little bit more just for the fun of it. And then when I'm coming back to West Yellowstone, it's like God has cranked up the fan. And I mean, man, the wind was blowing. Yeah. So here I am on this bike, bro, and I'm just like, I think I'm going to die, right? So as you're exiting West Yellowstone, there's a speedometer thing right there, right?
Yeah.
Just guess how fast I was going on the bike.
On the bike.
As hard as I could.
24.
2? Because of the snow?
No, because all the wind that was blowing. You're coming back in.
I would have turned around.
Funnel and all the wind comes right at you.
Gotcha.
Oh,
wow.
Bro, I choked in an Epsom salt bath. My back hurts now just even thinking about it.
Now, how many times have you been back? How many times have you been
boots on? I've been there 4 times.
4 times? Okay.
Yeah, 7
I wonder
times.
if anybody else has searched that area besides you.
Well, I know they have. I've actually gotten to know some of the people there in West Yellowstone because I think that's kind of what happens, right? So, like, got hammered drunk with the people there, the Bullwinkles, a couple of times. And so there's a little Casey girl that owns the Slippery Otter. So one of the times I was staying down at the little Wolf Lodge, and she's like, well, hey, I'll give you a ride. Super sweet lady. Those people are the sweetest people on earth.
Nice.
Like, and but March, there's nobody there. April, there's nobody there.
Yeah. That's awesome. Now, do you plan on going back? You plan on going back
Oh,
before?
100%. So Elizabeth and I, you know, because she's like, so you mean will we find the treasure? Because I've always gone without her because we were moving from New Hampshire back down here to New Mexico.
Yeah.
And so she, starting her new position here at this anesthesia department, just real busy. But this spring we'll have a little more time, and so we're going to go together.
Well, you'll probably find it when she goes with you. I sure know how that is with K-Pro. So.
She's the outdoor one, he said. So, I mean, that's supposed to happen.
She is. The only thing is she doesn't really like water. Like, she's not like, she can swim. To say she can't swim is wrong. But I really believe it's still across the Madison on that one side.
Oh, okay.
So, I'll have to we'll have to do some prep for her to be ready to,
Did you ever go to the supposed 9 Mile hole spot? Did you ever cross the Madison at Fenn Rock? Or
I never did. And the only reason why I didn't go to that spot was because, to be very honest, I didn't know exactly where that spot was. So I thought, there's no real reason for me to go.
Yeah, you're looking for the treasure that's still out there. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, looking for a log's not even there, right? And
Jay Mack just got back from West Yellowstone. All right.
How you go, buddy?
There.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's definitely worth. So again, so around to being past the hole, wait for you to cast your pole. In Ursa East, his realm awaits, his bride stands guard at ancient gates. So that Talos literally sits there at Mount Jackson, and they make one of the, if not the smallest gate in all of Yellowstone. Okay. Per foot of 3 at 20 degree. Literally, that Talos formation sits at a 20 degree, almost dead on the spot, 20 degree from north, right? And then return her face to find the place, double arc on Granite Bowl. To me, return her face, I really believe, is the new, look down,
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really.
Keep us updated when you go back. Keep us updated. Now, are you going to do another boots on the ground video? Put it on your YouTube channel when you go back?
Yeah, absolutely. And that goes back to that original thing I was talking about earlier in our conversation when Elizabeth and I were sitting here trudge all through these blogs and through Dale's page and mysterious writings and all these things. There was a lot of misinformation out there. And people kind of that way, like even with this hunt a little bit. So I just wanted to be very transparent about it because, to be honest, I could have easily missed it. You know what I mean? But the GoPro catches it.
Right. Yeah, right. You want to review it. Yep, for sure.
Well, and everyone else can review it because, that was kind of my hope. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think, it's. Now Justin tells us it's not dangerous, and do I think it's dangerous? I don't think it's dangerous per se, but hiding it in that area of the world is dangerous.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what
Yeah, for sure.
He kind of ran in that too, and we didn't even know that one story about them good old boys who went out there with a Forerunner,
right?
Going up some rough. Who even knows they have any wilderness training? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do it that way. I did not want it to be in a spot that's you're going to die, possibly. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, this is exciting news. In your email from last week, you're like, I got something I think people will want to hear. I should have put it together that it was a treasure hunt, and I didn't. So it's a really surprise.
Yeah, we got no inside knowledge, guys. All he said is he wanted to come on. There was going to be something very exciting for everyone. And I thought, okay, is it your solve? Is your but hey, he's a friend of the channel, has been forever. So we thought, why not?
That's right.
And you gave us some insight on hunts and forest and dropped kaboom the new bomb.
So Monday's show, Chad Bird's birthday, we will definitely go over the website. There's a couple other treasure hunts I think we're going to talk about as well, but your website will be the topic of the hour. That's on Monday the 15th. This Thursday, make sure you tune in, everybody, because K-Pro has her massive PowerPoint about, I guess you could say, how she thinks you could crack Beyond the Map's Edge poem. Is that about sum it up, K-Pro?
Yeah, I think it solves the first, and it's from someone else on Discord, and then I added on to it. There is some new hunts out there. Did you know that there's a hunt coming out in like 2 weeks that if you play a video game, you get whatever from it, the Easter eggs, and 200 grand. So we're going to go over a lot.
Wow,
so
nice.
much is happening. Yeah. It's insane. And I can't play the video games. I'm going to get my boys to do
that.
Right.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on, Chad. We really appreciate
it. I really appreciate you.
Keep us updated for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Chad.
Absolutely.
You're awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all be good.
All right. Thank you, Chad. We appreciate it.
See ya.
All right. Exciting stuff. And thank you for doing the treasure hunt. That really is
awesome. Man.
So just to recap, treasure.quest goes live Monday the 15th. 15,000 different crypto coins. Right. That right? Yes. Okay. It'll be a riddle/poem, and we'll check it all out Monday. So there we go. All right. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate it.
Hey,
that's exciting stuff.
Yeah. Right. That's pretty unexpected.
So we've got a couple things we're going to go over real quick. You're welcome to stay if you want, Chad, or take off.
Well, I mean, I'll listen to you here.
Yeah. So the first one is our friend 3D Bronze. He did a replica of Forrest Fenn's treasure chest. It's on eBay. It's up for $3,700, but it's not just flimsy treasure chest. It's really nice. It really is an almost exact replica. So if you want to support 3D Bronze, and if you have a use for this, I mean, how awesome would it be to hide a treasure in this replica of Forrest Fenn's treasure chest? So we are going to, what I'll do is I'll put the links in the description of this video, okay? After we're done going live, I'll put the link to the eBay auction, but he is 3D Bronze on eBay, okay? 3D Bronze on eBay. And then he's got the miniature version, which he gave everybody one at Seeking Treasure Con last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to get some fun stuff if you come to the con in January.
I just want to say, you talk about this awesome community, like people like Chad Bird. We have had a number of people reach out and say, tell me how many are coming. I'm going to send you 100, 200 of XYZ. So there's going to be a little bag of stuff, and it keeps growing. I cannot believe this community. You guys are awesome. The only other thing I wanted to say about the con is we have our rough agenda for the entire weekend, and some of the sessions have been firmed up. Of course, we're going to wait for Chad Bird to tell us if he's coming and speaking, but we have some others. We'll be announcing that this week as well. So you need to hit subscribe, because it will probably not be a live show. I'm building a 2-minute for those of you that have already gotten tickets. We will email you to give you the link. But we want to get the word out, because some people are like, I don't even know what it is. So we have a rough agenda already ready. We have so many people interested in speaking. We're not going to be able to get them all in, but we're kind of putting some things together. Okay. Sorry, Mike, I interrupted. Go.
So no, that's okay. Rose Refracted says, I want to donate something. So this is where you go, everybody. SeekingTreasureCon2026.com. There is a little application you fill out if you want to donate something. Even if you can't make it in person, you can send something and you'll be in the program. I think K-Pro's handling the program. So if you have a business and you want to advertise any kind of that stuff, go to the website. The info will be there, or just email me or K-Pro. Just tell us what you're thinking, and we accept everything that everybody wants to send. So.
And here's how it works. Rose just asked, I know you retracted it, but I want to tell everybody. So everybody that comes gets some raffle tickets, and there there's typically 5, 10, maybe 15 items that people have donated, and you can put all 15 of your tickets in one. Let's say you don't have a Thrill of the Chase book because you're new to the community. Maybe that will be one. And then some of them, what is that, Mike?
That's my dog. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I thought he was
soundboard.
I thought it was the soundboard. It's his dog. That's good.
It's that big old dog wanting to eat somebody. They're already over here trying to get something.
So, or you can there might be 15 items. You put one if you get 15 tickets. We haven't figured out all the tickets yet. So everybody typically, like Cool Ma donated some of the jewelry she made last year. There were so many different items. So that you're going to have swag is something that everybody gets. And then there's going to be, and there might be a contest or two Friday and Saturday, maybe even Thursday. Where
we're going to make it fun.
It will be fun. It will be fun. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
So right here's the website. As you can see, you can buy tickets. You can get a discounted room at the plaza. If you want to speak, you fill this out here. If there's an event survey, we want to know what you're interested in and what you might think is a fun thing to do. And then for donations and prizes are right here. There's two things that we added to the website, which this is kind of breaking news. You can now order Chaseopoly the Thrill of Chase board game, pre-order it, I should say, and then you pick it up in person at the con. We're not shipping these at this point. Just pick it up in person at the con. And also we've got a long sleeve shirt, Seeking Treasure Con shirt. If you want to pre-order any of those, you can on the website.
You can get you a hat, man.
Yeah, I get that.
Everybody's loving your hat. There's a lot of comments about
what
your
does it
hat.
say at the top? What's it say?
Oh, cash cow, baby.
Oh, cash cow. That's awesome. Yeah. If you could, yeah, I want to buy one. Let me know. We'll give it away as a prize at the conference. Let me know where I can buy that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a Grogan's brother. You can get it from them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I need to wear one of those. All right. Cool.
The dairymen love it. They're just like
right.
No.
Okay. And just a couple other things. Cynthia Meacham, our friend, has got some things on eBay she wanted me to talk about. The bell sold. You guys saw the bell that she had. But these are all, if you put in Cynthia Meacham on eBay, she's selling all these different Forrest Fenn items, a couple books. But the big one is she is selling The Thrill of the Chase as seen in Netflix Golden Greed. Wow. So this is her book that she had, and she has covered up with tape, which she believes was the word that is key. So whoever buys this gets to peel that tape off and see what her notes were. It was signed by Forrest to Cynthia Keep Looking. So she has just decided to put, so it's got one bid. This ends on Wednesday. And she's got a couple different Forrest Fenn items. She has a garden hose nozzle from Forrest Fenn's, which I think Shiloh sent out from Forrest Fenn's house. And yeah, so if you're interested in any Forrest Fenn memorabilia, check out Cynthia Meacham's eBay auction. She's got all the books. She's got an original illustration. And all these have bids. So people are interested in this stuff. Isn't that right, K-Pro?
Yep.
Neat.
And then, what's that?
I said it's awesome. It's neat. I actually
yeah.
Look. So
and then that brings us to our thing. So if you guys don't know the history, when Jack found Forrest Fenn's treasure, and this will only take a minute before we wrap up. Jack found Forrest Fenn's treasure. Justin created an LLC and bought it, and then Justin decided to auction off most of the items at an auction house called Heritage Auctions.
Okay.
And all those were sold. He kept what he kept back for his treasure. But me and K-Pro bought some of the gold coins, okay, from the auction. And through Heritage Auctions, you can actually make offers because if people want to sell their stuff, and people recently made an offer on one of the gold coins that we have right here. This is a, as I get my other glasses, this is a, one of the gold coins from Forrest Fenn's treasure. This is a 1906D $10 gold piece. It's graded by NGC AU55. And it also says on there, Fenn's treasure chest. So they made an offer of $3,600 through Heritage. We were like, you know what? Why go through Heritage where Heritage gets like $500 in fees? So if anybody's interested in buying the coin, just email me. We don't have to go through Heritage to sell this particular gold coin. Yeah.
We're kind of thinking the people in the community, kind of what Chad's saying of like connecting with people in the community. It's nice that they give us this option going through kind of corporate when someone has it and they get checks. And I had to give social security numbers and background checks and all that. We make it easy. If you wanted to come to us, then we don't have to worry about fees. Yeah. It's a win-win. And we go from there.
So we're hoping that the person who put that bid in on Heritage Auctions will see this video and realize that, hey, you can just deal with us direct if you want to buy the coin. Or if anybody wants to buy a Forrest Fenn gold coin from the treasure chest that sat out there for 10 years, we are going to sell this one. We have others we're keeping, but we're going to sell this one. Just reach out, cowlazars@gmail.com.
Right.
And yeah. And what else, K-Pro? The books? We talk about the books real quick?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what's going to happen, guys. It's time for parts of the Forrest Fenn collection. We have tons and tons of Forrest Fenn stuff. There's some things that I'm going to be keeping because they're special to my heart. But some of you know that I bought an entire collection. And a lot of it was very specialized with the things that you see here. Forrest, he did doodles. There's so much here. So we're going to do a separate video this week. Before it goes to eBay, I'm just going to present it here to you guys and see if you want to bid on it and talk with us. just kind of keeping it in the community and not having to deal with all that. I'm a little bit more, but there's a lot of uniqueness. Like there's a lot of sketches and etchings and certain numbers and additions. And we're going to just try to do our best, and whoever, wants it, let us know. And then we go from there. So you will see that this week as well. There's 4 books that I will put up. And then
we're going to start with these 4.
Yeah, we're going to start. And I know many people want the bit book. That one may be in the future. There was only 16 made. It is signed. Oh, that one's a tough one. But over time, we're going to have more and more. But there'll be some every week. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for some of these items for years. I think it's finally time. Again, I'm going to keep a few really sentimental things, but I probably have over 200 items. And some of these books I know could be appreciated. Amazing Mabel and The Flamboyant Judge. There's been book collectors that have been emailing me for years about it because that's what they need or want for their collection. And I know they're more passionate. So why not give a little, but I am going to keep a little as well. So there you go.
Tobias Steinmeitz with the $5 super chat says, I have to start being generous to build up my credibility. Joking, but thank you for the super chat. And yeah, Godalkin does have the gold frog from Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, and he has it on eBay for a lot of money. But we just thought, we would rather do it privately. People could pick these up at the conference. I can ship them. We can work out the price. So just email me. I know I went through the collection. I did a video of the collection a couple months ago, and we never sold any of it. But I think K-Pro's finally ready to let it go. Email me if you're interested. We'll work it out. But for the coin, somebody just said, how much for that coin? This coin, $3,600.
That's worth it.
Yeah, well, some people are going to say, but that coin's not worth that much. Yeah, but this just isn't a gold coin. This is a gold coin that's Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, right? Yeah. So this is the offer that was on Heritage. So all we're doing
I was going to say, and to be clear, we already have that offer.
We already have the offer, but we thought, that's all.
Yeah.
So
definitely worth it.
I can send you pictures if you're interested, and you can look it up on Heritage and see the whole thing. So,
just Mike, he'll talk to you. Okay, one other thing. Okay, so conference, you will see more details. We're building it up. We do have some really exciting things that are happening. This is going to be the best year ever of the amount of stuff that you guys are telling us you want to donate. The one rule we have, though, is we're not going to show an item that has been donated unless we actually have it. Too much stuff has happened in the past, and I don't think anybody's fault. Something got lost in the mail. Something had this and that. So in general, if you want to give it to us or ship it to us, we'll show it. Mike, do you want to show the one item we've gotten so far? And the only deal is Mike's not allowed to steal it. Dungeons and Dragons fans.
I can't. It's all the way over here. I'll show it next time. I showed it the first time we first got it. Yeah.
Did you talk about that dragon?
It's about an $800 silver dragon.
That's awesome, actually.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody that's donating. We have a lot of people that are like, I'm going to give you guys this to give everybody at the conference to give away. So it's
we're not going to say some of it because it's kind of I'm excited. Okay. Then the last thing is some people have been saying, if you haven't noticed for the last probably week, I've had a lot happening. I actually got really sick, but they're like, can we go in and do a focused topic sometime in Speakeasy this week? So, or voice chat or whatever we call it. Yes. So tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I will be in there only for an hour. I say that, but it goes long. I won't be in there all night. I promise. We can either we can talk about this now, but it's going to be streamlined treasure talk. Some people wanted to talk about TTI. Some people wanted to talk about the poem. Some people wanted to talk about the new Q&A, the Tyler X. But it will be focused discussion on that tomorrow in our Discord at 7 p.m. Tuesday. Come with your questions, but again, streamlined discussion and bring it and we will have fun. Anyone can go in at any time. I went in last week and I started just with one person and there was 10 of us. We got more stuff done going through that Dylan Q&A. Sometimes the really big groups, and we've had up to like 150 in the group. It kind of goes a little bit of everywhere sometimes. So sometimes just jump in there and get somebody talking with you. And you guys can do it too. But I will be in there tomorrow, 7 p.m. Okay, that's all I got, Mike.
All right, here's a question that just came in. When do we have to have the items for the conference? Do we have a date off the top of your head, K-Pro? January 1.
Well,
December.
no, if they're coming to the yes. I don't know off the top of my head because
we'll let you know. We'll let you know.
Yeah. But I will tell you, some people are like, is it like right now we're right about 100, I think a little bit under 100. We sell out at 200. On December 1st, if you have not bought a ticket, you're not going to get the swag back. So we're going to tell everyone, okay, you're doing, let's say, keychains. We're going to tell you 115 or 120, however many. So, and maybe we'll pad it by 5 so everybody gets something. But if you buy after that time, you are not entitled to the swag. And that just gives everybody enough time because some of these are small businesses and we don't want 200 of something and have 80 wasted if it's really pinching their dollars. So that's why we want to give kind of a good ballpark December 1st. And then you're going to have it to me, I think at least a week before the con so I can put bags together. I go into full business mode by that time.
Yeah.
3D Bronze, thanks for sharing the eBay, Mike. Selling a few things helps fund the many giveaways. We'll bring some giveaways to the con with me. Hope to be JCB related. I know 3D Bronze is doing some replica boxes of JCB's boxes, but he needs the approval. He needs the okay from JCB, so maybe he'll get it. Thanks, 3D Bronze. I hope you saw that chest. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we did a little over an hour. Thanks, Chad Bird, for that breaking news. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for paying it forward.
You're awesome.
Next Monday. Now, do you know what time the website will go live next Monday?
Oh, it'll go live on 12/01, my birthday.
Oh, midnight. Oh, gotcha. Midnight. You got it. That's the perfect way to do it.
Everyone thumbs up for Chad Bird.
That's right. And thank you for the
We're
super
excited
chat.
about it. We're excited about it. And again, I want to thank you guys for many, 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 many years.
Yeah.
Just carrying the pail when there was nothing to carry. And, I'm grateful for it because it was, like I said, I didn't look like you guys looked, or I wasn't really involved with Forrest in that personal sense. But I was pretty pissed. I was pissed for a minute about the whole thing.
A lot of people were, yeah.
And I just feel like I was saying before, I just feel like doing this kind of gets it back to that original spirit, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, again, it has a sunsetting date so that, I don't have to be like 90 years old and worried about what's going on. I'll be able to still defend myself at 60, but, some crazy people out there, man, already, so I know that we already subject ourselves to the crazy. Like when Justin's hunt started, somebody thought I was the steward.
Is that right?
They've done that to us too.
They thought we were too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
Okay, real quick, guys. Many of you are asking, where do we get that hat? It is Gorin Brothers. I just looked it up.
Yep.
Goorin. I put it in chat. Gorin Brothers. And they have lots of, Mike, they have a green and white one.
Oh, that's what I got to get. All right, I'm going to be ordering one. We got to give one away.
They have a ton of different. Ooh, they have the short bill. I need the short bill in green. You know what? You should get an affiliate code because I have a feeling some people are. This is awesome.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time. I sincerely do.
All right, thanks, Chad. We do appreciate you. Everybody, make sure you tune in Thursday. K-Pro's PowerPoint. Is it going to bust it wide open, or is it going to be a head scratcher? I don't know because I haven't seen the PowerPoint yet. So we'll see you then. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up. Lots of treasure hunts and more coming. I knew there was going to be another big one this year, K-Pro. Do you remember me saying that a couple months ago?
Okay,
I was like,
okay, Mike, he's not here. Let's just talk for a second, just between you and me, and no one else is listening.
Yeah.
15,000 coins. And you guys said words I'd never heard of. Irvin and Bonobo.
Ethereum and XRP and Doge, but Bitcoin is, of course, the big one. I mean, he won't say how many, but it's got to be $1 million treasure hunt. One Bitcoin is 110,000 right now.
And I totally don't understand. Like, so you need 5 keys?
No. Yeah, I'm not really. It's a cipher. I'm not really sure on the 5 keys. I'm hoping the website has some explanation because I'm not exactly sure how the 5 keys are going to work. But it sounds like he's thought it out. He wants it to go the distance.
Kelly says multi-millions.
Yeah. But it also, it's 111, one Bitcoin. And I mean,
you know what Craig said? If this goes on for 15 years, I'm sorry, I'm so excited. It's going to be like triple the price.
Yep.
Oh, and then that's like hitting the lottery, and then we do our own hunt, and then this is a good day. gonna be a good day.
Twinsanity says it's not $1 million hunt. You just don't know because we don't know the coin.
Yeah,
Some
but
coins
Twins
are
was
worth
the
a
one
penny.
questioning him before. Twins was
just
being
don't
a little poopy butt. No poopy butts allowed.
No, he did not say that. We were joking that it's worth more than JCB's and Justin. He has not said the value. All he would say is there are 15,000 crypto coins in the wallet. He did not say what kind. He did rattle off a bunch, but we don't know how many of each. So maybe we'll get them in the future. We'll get them.
And what I'd like to see is like just a ballpark. Are we talking 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure? Just, I hope we can convince him to say that just to give an idea.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
what if all cryptocurrency goes under? Then it's worth zero, right?
That's true. Bitcoin, crypto can go to zero. It can be weird. It can be worth .0001. You know, it just depends what it is. But if he's been mining for that long, I mean, holy cow. Well, think about it. He said he put a third of what he owned. That means he's got 30,000 crypto coins and something else.
If you just took a third of his super chat, you're retiring.
Yeah, right. And you guys may say, well, why are you selling the coin? I mean, me and K-Pro want to do our own treasure hunt also. So we're amassing some things, although this coin would be pretty cool to put in it. But that person that sent the request through Heritage Auctions, we hope you see this, reach out.
Or anyone else. I'm sorry, we're not affiliated with it. No, if like somebody else emails us and says, let's make a deal, and you guys make a deal, that's how we're going to do it. Just like the collection. I know some of my long-term search friends have said, can I get this book before anyone else? We're going to do it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Treasure hunt. Yeah. Sneaky, we're planning.
We're working on it. Yeah. He didn't know, not 15,000 Bitcoins, Doug. That would be crazy. That would be insane. I thought he was going to say that at first. Kulma, I did not ask his time zone, but I took it that they live in Texas, or did he live in Texas before? I think he lives in Texas. He's in New Mexico now?
He moved from New Hampshire.
So that time zone, when his website launches, that time zone, the New Mexico time zone, whatever that is. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if it was found same day?
Oh, yeah. Well, he thinks it's so hard, but it's not.
And it's like $5 million.
Right. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We've gone late, as we usually do.
Oh, I need to
email me if you're interested in the books or the coin. Seeking Treasure Con 2026 if you want to buy tickets, the Chaseopoly, the shirt. We're not shipping those. Those are pick up in person only. And then if you want to donate or have some ideas for something fun and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you Thursday. I think Thursday is going to be a big show. So we'll see. And thumbs up for good audio this time. So there you go. Sometimes all you need is a can of air, K-Pro.
You can send back all the RAM stuff and all the other stuff you ordered.
Yeah, no, I ordered RAM and I ordered the wrong RAM. All right, anybody. Yeah, thanks, Sneaky. You're always with us. We appreciate it. Thanks for the super chats, and we will see you guys next time.
On the flip side.